time to play dunk around with the Reavers. Third-ranked Iowa Western flying north against Southeastern. Southeast we go to Indian Hills. The Reavers, as always, a big hill to climb. All downhill for the 18th-ranked ladies. Iowa Western dials in on DMAC. Rivalry game at AL. The Lynx and Yellow Jackets buzzing for bragging rights. Abraham Lincoln also dishing out the orders to the sergeant from Bluff-LUTON. Order up, another win for the Saints, but do the Panthers fall in line? Falling like flies at the city duels, and for some, it's a pain in the neck. Take it away.
I'm Michael Byland.
And I'm Austin Heinen.
I'm Eric Morrow.
The Bluff Sports Zone starts right now.
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to another edition of the Bluff Sports Zone. Now, the Reavers set to go toe-to-toe with a couple of always tough opponents. And first up, Southeastern. Now, the Blackhawks have already given Indian Hills a black eye. They fly into Canesville Arena looking to do the same to third-ranked Iowa Western. Here's IWTV student Austin Heinen.
18th-ranked women take on the Bears of DMAC. Reavers in transition early. Jasmine Trimbulli dish to Abigail Asoro. Bears sticking around. Carly Schumacher off the feed banks it home. 4 minutes into the game, Bonnie Chutarash three-pointer gives the home team a 11-9 lead. Minute later, off the inbound play, Bonnie to Asoro buckets. Still rolling. J.J. Habza drives in for two. 20-10 white shirts. The visitors on the dark side of a 10-1 run. DMAC trying to find some offense. Schumacher, who had the team high 20 points, scores off the second effort. 26-13 Big Blue. 9 minutes left in the half. Fani sinks one of her 5 trays. 3 minutes left. Reavers floor it offensively. Asoro again. She had 16 on the night. Big Blue putting on a clinic, 53-19 at the break. Second half, more of the same. Chutarash sinks 2 of her game-high 27 points as Iowa Western rock and rolls all over the Bears 90-49.
So we talked about getting off to a good start tonight, get that bad taste out of our mouth from our loss on Wednesday. I thought the girls were exceptional the first half. They really shared the ball, and then everything's better when you hit shots. So we hit shots first half, makes everything better.
How's the team feeling about getting into the rankings?
For the girls, it's a nice reward for all the hard work they've done. I mean, they've been going hard since August when they got here, and so it's a reward. And then for coaches, it's a recruiting tool.
Then the third-ranked men go to war with Southeastern. The first 2 minutes pass by. Darian Williams banks it in to put Iowa Western up with a 6-0 advantage. Blackhawks come with a spurt of their own. Jordan Stevens drains the 3 to make it a 1-point ball game. Reavers fight back. Josiah Coleman drills the tray. Next Reaver possession. Shaq Calhoun to Williams. Poster time. Big Blue with a 14-7 lead, 7.5 minutes in. Visitors sticking around. Stevens strokes the tray. 18-15 Southeastern. 4.5 minutes later, Stevens strikes deep again. He had the game-high 37 points. A couple possessions later, Munson out of nowhere. 38-29 Southeastern. 30 seconds left in the half. Freshman snatches it away. Shaq puts it down. Reavers down 41-33 at the break. Early in the second, Big Blue trying to fight back. Munson had 14 points and 1. Next possession, Munson to Coleman. Strokes it from deep again. Iowa Western still down 5. DJ Walker keeps the scoring spurt going. Three-pointer good. Hawks shoot right back. Warren Jones hits the three. 48-41 Men in Black. Moving on to 6.5 minutes left. Walker drives in. He had 19 points on the night. Home team only down 2. On to the final minutes of the game. Western then down 3. Not anymore. Shaq Calhoun in the clutch. Then the big one. Final second shot. Shaq for the win. No. We're going to overtime. Reavers strike quickly in OT. Coleman, long 2, 78 all. Blackhawks, though, take over and outscore the Reavers 13-6 in OT. The Reavers just can't get anything to drop. Southeastern wins 89-82.
Southeastern played very well. Thought they defended our sets, did a nice job defensively, blocked some shots, and just did a very nice job.
You just gotta get back in the gym and put up some more shots, focus on making more shots, more energy, rebounding. Just keep continuing to play defense.
Gotta get better. Gotta keep practicing, getting better. Tough week. Knew it was gonna be a tough week at Indian Hills Southeastern the same week. Was hoping at least get a split, but we didn't do it. So, just gotta get better.
Reavers fall to 2-2 in conference play. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Austin Heinen.
Thanks, Austin. Now, earlier in the week, the men made their annual trek to Ottumwa and to a place Iowa Western hadn't won since the 04-05 season, as the Reavers go running and gunning with that perennial pain in the neck from Indian Hills. Iowa Western comes in having lost 14 of its last 15 to the Warriors. Opening tip, the home team starts the game with a 7-0 run. Lester Medford pulls up and knocks it down. Ryan Bowie and the Reavers put up the next 5. Now, Iowa Western getting killed on the boards early. Second chance opportunities. Gets it to go. 11-8 Indian Hills. Back and forth. The Reavers, Deshaun Munson behind the back. And it's still 11-10 Indian Hills. A momentum change. Roosevelt Scott with the no-look pass. Akolda Manyang with the slam. The Hills go up by 9, 19-10. Next time, Roosevelt Scott with the alley-oop. Home team's up by 11. But the visitors call the timeout to talk things over. And coming out of it, Deshaun Munson again just jams it down. 23-14, Indian Hills still leads. Quaven Winter for 3. The Hills back up by double digits. But Munson again, check this out, just beats the defense for 2 of his game-high 25. Iowa Western keeping it close, 33-22. It's Rod Bobbitt this time, gets the roll, and the Warriors pulling away 37-28 with about 6 minutes to go. Malik Dime with authority. Indian Hills goes into the break, up by 8, 47-39. Second half, all Reavers early. Darian Williams with the dunk face. Iowa Western's hanging tough. The Reavers an 11-3 run. Shaq Calhoun, he had 16. Darian Williams off the fast break, and it's 52-50 down by a deuce. But clutch shooting by the Warriors. Shot 57% in the second half. Bobbitt for 3, 55-50. Darian Williams again through traffic. He had 24. Reavers still trail 55-52. But coming out of the timeout, Indian Hills a 9-3 run. Lester Medford gets the roll. They're back up 64-55. Munson off the fast break. Reavers clawing their way back 64-59, 12 minutes left. But it's all for naught. Quidar Davis jams it. Indian Hills cruises 107-88.
Anytime you press, like Indian Hills does, you wear out a little bit. And I think they get a little tired and your press isn't quite as effective as it was. And we got out of it. We didn't turn the ball over near as much the second half. Still didn't shoot it very well. If we shoot the ball and make some of those shots, we're right there. But you got to make baskets, and you can't shoot 36% from the floor in here and expect to win it. And that's what we shot. So we got to shoot the ball a lot better from the floor.
So Indian Hills knocks off Iowa Western for the 14th straight time in Ottumwa. And I'd like to thank IWTV student Eric Morrow for making the trip to Ottumwa and shooting those highlights. In high school action, the Saints look to shoot the lights out at home. But first, another lights out game between 2 old friends when we come back.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sportsmen. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. getting you back in the action. Jenny Ed Sports Med partners with Neb Ortho, giving you consistent one-on-one care from diagnosis to rehab. And since every injury an athlete is different, they've even developed a sports injury clinic specifically designed for athletes. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill Meyer Woodring family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
This game features two teams headed in two different directions. At least that's what the records say. The home team on a two-game tear, and the visitors not exactly tearing it up, having lost 4 straight. But does any of that matter? I mean, it's AL-TJ, city rivals. Not exactly the best of friends, depending on how you look at it. Here's IDUB TV student Michael Byland.
The Thomas Jefferson Yellow Jackets come to Abraham Lincoln looking to make a late season run. AL 6'7" sophomore Tony Bonner gets the Lynx on the board first. On the other side, TJ's Justin Nealon with 3 of his total 15. The home team answers back with an Adam Barrett tray, 10-4 AL. Defensive pressure forces the Yellow Jackets turnover. That leads to a Lynx layup. Adam would make the free throw, 15-6 AL after 1. Second quarter, Michael Rao with a little step back jumper. It goes. TJ down 9. The Lynx shot over 50% from behind the arc. Jake Titus for 3. AL just 28-17 at half. The visitors wouldn't go away as Zach Williamson hits from downtown. Once again, the Lynx find the open sophomore Adam Barrett with 3 more of his total 14. But TJ would go on an 8-0 run late in the third. Yellow Jackets down 46-32. Fourth quarter, Jordan Northup with a nice cut back to junior for 2. The Lynx bigs are too much to handle as Abraham Lincoln wins 58-41.
Size never hurts with rebounding, but we got some kids, Colton and even Tony, our big guy, who have a good motor and they crash and move every time a shot goes up. And that's just kids working hard.
We've always been, a brotherhood, a family. Most of us, our whole varsity team is probably most of us are seniors, so we've been together since we were, 14 years old, 14, 15. So just finish off strong, finish off, our senior year good, and try to stay a family.
We just want to improve every day and get ready for the big district game. We want to win as many games as we can to end the season, but we really want to make sure we're ready to play when it comes to district time.
Offensively, the best thing was that we were very unselfish. Our kids weren't really concerned about who's getting shots, as long as we get a great shot every possession. And I think tonight we got very good shots for basically the entire game.
AL sweeps TJ. The Lynx have won 6 of their last 8 games. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Michael Byland.
Thanks, Michael. So the Lynx are on a roll, 3 in a row. Now, number 2 was just as hard, if not harder. Here's IDUB TV student Aaron Zach.
Big game for the 5-9 Lynx as the postseason is just around the corner. Sophomore star Kyle Kraut, who averages 15 points a game, looking to get a quick start. 4 minutes into the first, Colton Tracy to Kraut, knocks down a 3, making it 10-5. AL leads at the end of 1, 14-10. Early second quarter, Ben Robinson hits the 3. Sergeant Bluff takes a 1-point lead. Home team with an answer. Joe Northup shoots it through the net. Abraham Lincoln up 19-17. The fans getting pumped up, looking for its second win of the season. Back and forth battle continues. Tied at 19. Bryce Hansen stops and pops for the basket. Visitors up 21-19. 2 minutes until the break. Thomas Weiscup passes down low. Connor Iming goes up strong. Warriors extend the lead to 23-19. Jason Isaacson and the Lynx down 4 heading into the locker room 27-23. Third quarter, as these two teams battle it out, junior Farrell Houston drives the baseline. AL within 1. Next possession, Houston again. Nothing but net. Home team retakes the lead 40-39. 15 seconds to go in the third. Jacob Sandos wide open, gets the bucket, and then with 6.3 seconds left, Crowell gets the ball, hits 3 of his game-high 20. AL holding a narrow 47-46 lead going into the 4th. The crowd on their feet going crazy. Beginning of the 4th, Weisskopf with a 3, misses, Iming with the putback, and 1. Sergeant Bluff with a pair of free throws back on top. Sophomore Alex Barrett, top of the key, swishes through to tie it at 50. Moments later, Tracy to Northup with a 3. Yes! The junior with 14 points in the night. Abraham Lincoln can feel the upset coming. Links up 55-51. Northup to Tony Bonner. Finishes strong. AL pulls away late to win 77-67.
Very proud of the effort our kids stuck in there. Sergeant Bluff's a very good team. Yeah, our kids got some big stops late and made some really big shots. Kyle Crowell, a sophomore, you know, he's a phenomenal shooter. He started the year off a little slow, and we all believe in him and tell him anytime he gets an open look to knock one down.
That's a great win for us, and it's a good team, good Sergeant Bluff team. So we know we can go to state, make a state run this year.
What does this victory mean for you in the playoffs?
In the playoffs, well, the playoffs is a long ways away. We got a game Friday. We got to come ready to play on Friday. It's just one step.
With this victory tonight for Abraham Lincoln, they improved their season record to 6-9 overall. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Aaron Zach.
Thanks, Aaron. So a week or so ago, no go for AL. And now, well, it's amazing what a couple of wins will do for a team's confidence. And remember, the Lynx won just 5 games a year ago. Abraham Lincoln's already won 7 this season, as AL sits at 7-9 and coming on strong. Now my heart goes out to Curtis Weber and the Yellow Jackets. Thomas Jefferson sits at 2-13. Things looking up for the Titans. Lewis Central 3 games over 500 at 9-6. And St. Albert hanging tough at 8-6. The Falcons have won 4 straight. Tough times at the City Duels. And the ending? Well, you gotta see it to believe it. Next up, the Saints run with the Panthers after the break.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
The Saints back home for the first time in a couple of weeks. 5 straight road games. St. Albert goes 2-3. Now Creston comes up the hill with just 5 wins under its belt. And the Saints looking for win number 9. Redout game up on the hill. All monies raised go to the American Heart Association. Now Creston on the money early. Taylor Briley to Jenna Taylor. Briley then stops and pops. 9-1 Panthers. But the Saints get it in gear. Kylie Ferguson, one of her 4 assists to Allie Wettengale. The junior with 11 points. St. Albert an 11-0 run. Ferguson gets the bounce. The home team on top 12-9, 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. The visitors cut it to 1. Natalie Mostek, 2 of her team-high 12 points. Seconds left in the half. Kylie Ferguson to beat the buzzer. And she does. Everything beginning to fall in line. Saints 25-19 at the break. St. Albert finding the range in the third quarter. On the wing, Emily Munger just knocks it down, 28-19. Creston cuts it to 7. Mostek in the lane, no, but Taylor, yes. The Panthers trail 30-23, 4 minutes left in the quarter. But the Saints continue to show patience. Allie Wettengale, 33-23. Ferguson on the fly to J.C. Martin. Home team 38-27 after 3.
You get a good look, take it. Then we got to get on board. Now the little 11 likes to squirt through.
Head coach Dick Wettengale keeping the girls focused. Kylie Ferguson focused, just a force inside. And 1, 47-34 St. Albert. Now Ferguson, 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. The Saints pace the Panthers 51-36, and it all starts with defense.
Most definitely, and I've said that all year long. We have just been so strong defensively. You know, we play good, hard man-to-man. I think our girls do a good job knowing what to take away from other teams, and you know, both the presses that we use set up a lot of our offense.
You go over 1,000 points this year. You set a single game scoring record with 35 points. And then tonight, what's it been with this team?
Honestly, it's just such an enjoyable year. I have a team full of just encouraging, fun, just a great teammates. Like overall, great people. I just have so much fun with them. They're supportive. We work hard together. No one, you know, is above anyone else. We have great coaching staff, and it's just overall, it's good vibes for everybody, and that just makes us flow.
How good is this team?
Good. I mean, I think we're definitely putting it together, and we had a rough streak there, and we definitely haven't reached our peak yet.
If we get a post up.
What do you make of the conference?
We love playing in a Hawkeye 10. I can't tell you how much I think our girls love playing in it. Again, every night out there, you know, I don't care if you're playing the second best team in the league, the fifth best team, or the last place team, you better come ready to play.
The Saints come ready to play on this night as St. Albert wins its 4th game in a row at home and is now 4-3 in the Hawkeye 10. Looking good for St. Albert. Now, counting Creston, the Saints finished with 5 of their last 7 games at home, including the last 3. St. Albert sits at 9-6 and with a favorable schedule left. 8th-ranked Lewis Central, steady Eddie at 10-4. The Titans have won 4 of their last 5. The Lynx even up at 8-8. And Thomas Jefferson is now 1-13. But down the stretch and headed for home in high school basketball. It's almost time for our Play of the Week. Who makes the play this time? But showdown time at the City Duels, and it's not how it started, but how it finished. On the other side.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Lot of muscle at St. Albert, dueling it out for the city championship. Starts with 4, ends with 1. And the electricity was in the air from start to finish. Now, I had a good idea on who would duel it out for the city title, but I had no idea on how it ended. The battle for the Bluffs divided into 3 rounds. First round, as expected, Thomas Jefferson pins the host school. And Lewis Central? Chris Thomas and the Titans stick it to Abraham Lincoln. Individually, AL features 5 city champs. Jordan Bywater leads the Lynx at 285. The senior here goes 3-0, including 2 pins. As a team, Abraham Lincoln goes 1-2.
You know, it's kind of like we expected. We got a bunch of young guys. You know, our veteran guys are working hard. Lewis Central and TJ are tough. You know, we're just working hard every day to get better. Like I said, we got a bunch of young guys. We're going to get better every day.
Round 2. TJ wins a majority decision over AL, and LC sticks St. Albert. But match of the night, 160, Class 1A and 3rd ranked Wyatt Lewis just plants 3A number 5 Ethan Ruby in the first period. Now Ruby moved up a weight class for this match. It would go the distance. Lewis wins it 10-5. The Falcons finish with 4 individual city champs, including Sean O'Neill here at 220. As a team, the host school goes 0-3.
Unfortunately, I look at it as a case of we're going to have to just go out and prove ourselves at the weight we wrestle. And so I thought we did that tonight. I thought our guys went out and we wrestled pretty tough at the weights we wrestled.
Round 3, showdown time. Thomas Jefferson, Lewis Central. The reigning city champs without Colton Klingenpeel. courtesy of a broken left wrist. The Yellow Jackets' Stephen Ruby wastes little time at 138, just pins Nate Story in the first period. TJ grabs a quick 9-zip lead. LC wins the next 5 matches. Ethan Ruby starts things off at 152 and sticks Matt Thompson. The Titans go up 25-9. But at 106, the Jackets' McGuire Midka makes quick work of Lewis Central's Paxton Whitaker in the first. Jackson Sharp wins by decision at 113. And then at 120, Colton Downing takes down Austin Klein 5-0. The score suddenly sits at 28-27 with 2 to go. Tristan Bellows of Thomas Jefferson has Christian Nielsen on his back at 126. The sophomore takes a 10-1 lead into the second period, and then it happens. Bellows, on the bottom, hits his head on the mat and is hurt. The match is stopped. Nielsen walks off a winner by default. LC takes the last 2 matches and wins back the city championship 38-27.
Yeah, we did. Not the way we wanted to. We would have liked to wrestle that match out and see how it ended up. But you know, when accidents happen, and I guess I wish it would have come out a different way, and we would have won by finishing the matches.
Not the way you wanted it to end.
No, you know, ended kind of in a bad way. You know, you got a guy that's leading the match, and he gets hurt, can't continue, and we lose. We go from maybe winning by 4 to losing by 6 in that match. It was a big swing.
In the end, 5 Yellow Jackets receive a plaque and are crowned city champs. The Titans do not have one individual winner. They do go 3-0 as a team, and for that, LC handed the hardware they were all aiming for. Lewis Central, the 2014 city champs. And now it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. Up in arms at Canesville Arena. Poster time for Darian Williams, the freshman. Hangs one on Southeastern. Now Williams, 21 points, 14 boards in a losing effort, but effort and then some on this one. And for that, Darian Williams with our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Face-to-face classes start every 8 weeks, right here in Council Bluffs. And you know, every now and then I'm reminded why I like sports and why it seems I've been covering them all my life. I was reminded that night at St. Albert because, you know, you get to know the coaches and some of the kids, you kind of feel for them. And I did that night at St. Albert. And so that's the name of that tune and show, for that matter, until next week. So, as always, for the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and I'll see you around.